On February 14, 2026, Saturn and Neptune will come into an exact conjunction at 0 degrees Aries, the very first, so-called starting point of the zodiac. This event is exceptional in several ways. The Saturn-Neptune cycle repeats approximately every 36 years, but the fact that this conjunction occurs precisely at the Aries 0 point is extremely rare. According to current astrological calculations and historical reviews, there is no documented period in recorded history when Saturn and Neptune aligned exactly at 0 degrees Aries. This alone indicates that we are not dealing with a usual pattern, but with a true turning point. Astrologically, this is not the effect of a single day. Although the exact date is February 20, 2026, the energy gradually builds throughout 2025 and unfolds fully in 2026 to 2027. It is more of a transitional period than a moment, slowly but profoundly transforming individual and collective patterns. On a collective level, this conjunction affects the fundamental belief systems of humanity. Neptune dissolves collective myths, ideologies, and redemption narratives, while Saturn confronts us with what is actually sustainable within these structures. As a result, disillusionment with institutions, ideologies, and authorities may increase worldwide. The belief that old structures can continue unchanged gradually loses its power. This can bring uncertainty, identity crises, and collective fatigue, particularly in areas where systems have previously been built on illusions. The 0 degrees Aries point, however, is not only a closure but also a point of birth. Collectively, it carries the seed of a new kind of human consciousness, less reliance on external salvation and more personal and communal responsibility. At this point, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction teaches humanity how compassion, empathy, and spiritual values can manifest not as abstract ideals but as functioning systems and concrete actions. On the positive side, this can lead to more ethical structures, more authentic communities, and a more realistic vision for the future. On the more challenging side, the experience may arise that the new is not yet ready while the old can no longer be sustained. Aries energy wants to move forward, but Saturn restrains it, and Neptune does not yet provide full clarity. Collectively, this can bring impatience, disintegration, attempts to escape, or false quick fixes. This period tests humanity's sense of reality, moral responsibility, and inner resilience. If this transition is consciously experienced, the 2026 Saturn-Neptune conjunction can become a collective coming-of-age point. There will be fewer illusions, fewer myths, but more inner backbone and responsibility. It is not a matter of patching the old world, but the birth of a new cycle without a historical template. This is what gives it weight. Humanity stands at a threshold for which there is no past model, only choices. In this sense, this conjunction is not a good or bad event, but an extremely rare, long-term realignment that gradually and fundamentally reshapes individual and collective consciousness. On an individual level, this conjunction primarily brings inner reorganization rather than dramatic external events. For many, the experience manifests as something that has previously given identity, faith, or direction suddenly or gradually losing its power. Life does not necessarily collapse, rather, a deep recognition emerges: this is no longer me, this is no longer true, or I can no longer build on this. This could relate to work, relationships, life goals, spiritual paths, or even an inner role one has carried for a long time. Because of Neptune, this letting go is often not sharp but blurred and emotionally difficult to grasp. It may involve uncertainty, fatigue, a sense of emptiness, or temporary loss of motivation. Saturn, however, does not allow escape. It forces responsibility for what truly works in your life and for what you have postponed acknowledging or closing. For many, this can bring anxiety or seriousness, but it is not a punishment, it is part of a maturation process. At the same time, a seed of a new inner direction appears. Due to the 0 degrees Aries point, this does not come from past patterns but from a previously untried, clearer self-identity. It could be a new outlook on life, a simpler goal, or a firmer inner yes or no. You may not yet know exactly what the new direction will look like, but you increasingly sense what you no longer wish to devote energy to. When positively experienced, this conjunction helps put your dreams on a realistic foundation. What was previously just a desire or concept slowly becomes a plan, and eventually a responsibly chosen path. Inner discipline, self-respect, and the ability to set boundaries without hardening can strengthen. Many may experience a sense of clarity, fewer goals, less noise, but more inner substance. On the more challenging side, feelings of being stuck may occur. Aries energy wants to move, but Saturn restrains it while Neptune does not yet provide clear guidance. This can cause frustration, impatience, fluctuating self-confidence, or physical and emotional fatigue. Those prone to taking on too much responsibility for others, falling into savior roles, or neglecting their own needs may be particularly sensitive. Managing energy and self-protection becomes key. On an individual level, this conjunction acts as a coming-of-age point. It does not demand immediate breakthroughs, but honesty with oneself. The question is not what must be changed immediately, but what foundation you will build your life upon when you can no longer rely on illusions or external supports. If you are willing to wait, observe, and decide responsibly, this period can lay the groundwork for a new cycle that provides a more stable, authentic, and self-aligned direction for many years to come.